Hey crossword fans! Today we're going to be solving the New York Times crossword for Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. Alright, let's get started. Went across some downloads. Well, nowadays a lot of downloads are apps, right? Like on your phone. Yeah. Let's take a look at the down here. Assist could be aid. Yeah, if you're lending aid to someone, you're assisting them. Pop the question. Yeah, if you want to get married to someone, you have to propose, right? Printing predicament. What could go wrong if you're printing something? Like an ink smudge or something, maybe? I'm not sure what this is going to be. Let's see if we can get some help going back across here. Place where Farsi is spoken. Well, I think it's probably going to be either Iran or Iraq. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. Let's see if we can figure out if this is a Q or an N here. Contemptuous smile? Yeah, that's definitely a sneer, right? Okay, so it turns out it's Iran. Cool in slang, that's dope. Yeah, in very, very current, not at all dated slang. Printing predicament. Okay, so maybe this is going to be a paper jam. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a predicament. Okay, CEO's reading maybe in brief. Oh, okay, so maybe this is something the head of a company would read to bone up on all the latest business news. I guess that would be the Wall Street Journal. Votes in favor. Those are yays, right? When you think about like Congress voting, there's yays and nays, and the yays would be votes in favor. Route abbreviated could be highway. All right, I wonder if this is going to be a theme answer, this across here. Get Out for one. Yeah, this is a horror film. It's a really good horror film, yeah. That's Jordan Peele, right? Was the director of that one? Yeah, I loved that one. It was really, really good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's a nice little pair there. Get Out director Jordan Blank is Jordan Peele. Yeah. Word after odd or job. Oh, this is interesting. I think it's going to be lot. I think in the stock market, usually you have to buy stocks in bundles of 100, or at least you used to, and that was called a lot. And then if you wanted a number of stocks that wasn't 100, it would be called an odd lot. I'm not sure what a job lot would be. It's vaguely ringing a bell, but I think it is something. So let's leave that in for now. Extremely. Maybe it could be too. Like if something's extremely hot, it would be too hot. Matador. Is that a bolero? Is that right? I think it might be. Maybe. Let's see if we can confirm this on the acrosses here. Eating surface on an airplane. No, that should be a tray, right? Yeah, I must have been wrong about this. Is it a torero? Like a toreador? Extremely. Is it over? Like over much? I don't know about that. That sounds wrong to me. Greek letter that looks like a P. I think that might be rho. Yeah, and then I guess this is oh so, like oh so much. Yeah. Component of a sake bomb often. That's Asahi, the Japanese beer, the morning sun is what that means in Japanese. Communication during peak times. Oh, this is such a fun wordplay clue. All right, you can tell it's a wordplay clue because it has a question mark at the end of it. So what you have to do to solve these is kind of figure out what the clue means on its face, which communication during peak times, I guess, would be like talking during the busiest times of the day or something like that. Maybe when telephone traffic is at its highest. But it's not going to be that. We have to find a pun and try and figure out what that is instead. So I think it's going to be around this peak. Like if you think about a communication that would happen on a mountaintop, maybe that could be a yodel. And that's our pun there. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's pretty funny. Mind as a warning, that could be heed. Mind as in like pay attention to. Yeah, if you're heeding a warning, you're paying attention to it. All right, let's take a look at this other long answer. I wonder if this is going to be another like pair like we had Peel and horror film. Coyote outfoxer in cartoons. I guess that was the Roadrunner, right? So we're going to get like a director of Roadrunner cartoons up here maybe? No, interesting. Okay. Mixer with gin or vodka. That's like a sweet carbonated mixer that you can mix in with gin or vodka. Macho sort could be a stud, I guess. Took the checkered flag as one. I guess we're talking about car racing. From nature, not nurture. I guess that's innate if you're talking about like a trait that you inherit genetically and you don't learn from your environment. Yeah. Like Roger Federer and Martina Hingis. I think those were both Swiss tennis players. Yeah. Letter after Romeo in the NATO alphabet. I think that's Sierra. I think that's the one for S. Yeah. Basketball play. I think that's a screen, right? It's when you, I think it's kind of when you stand between a teammate of yours and a defender and you kind of block the defender. Yeah. Raison de blanc. That's raison d'etre. That's French for reason for existing. Yeah. That's a kind of a tricky one. It's a little bit of a tricky French language quiz there. Urged on. I'm not sure about this one. Sea between Turkey and Greece? Could that be the Aegean Sea? Maybe. Brexit opponents' vote would be Remain. Yeah, if you wanted to stay in the European Union, you'd vote Remain. Wrap up. That should be end. Yeah, I think I spelled Aegean wrong. It's like this, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That's our issue there. So this should be end. And then urged on could be egged on. Yeah. When you see a clue with a word in parentheses after it, you just have to make sure that that word also works if you put it at the end of your answer. So if you say egged on, that still makes sense. So we're all good there. Strength could be a forte, right? Like musical trivia is not my forte. It's not my strength. Kind of tide that lifts all boats. That could be a rising tide. All right, I wonder if this is going to be a revealer here. Beverage brand whose first mascot was Willie the Hillbilly. Yeah, that was Mountain Dew. Yeah, there was a whole craze in the like early to mid 20th century of hillbilly culture. It's where Mountain Dew got its mascot from. It was Lil Abner was also another kind of example of this. Yeah, there was a whole craze about hillbilly culture. It was a very interesting phenomenon. Yeah, the Mountain Dew slogan was "It'll tickle your innards." It was pretty wild. All right, places to nap. I guess that could be sofas. Internet address for short would be a URL. And actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, this wasn't a revealer, was it? What do we have in common here? I wonder... I wonder if we can think about these three answers for a minute. I think these are probably all our possible theme answers. I wonder if we're going to get some kind of like word that ties these all together, like maybe runner, film, and do can go with another word and they all make phrases. Like, I'm getting that kind of feeling from these answers since they don't really seem to have anything else in common. It could also be road, horror, and mountain, maybe. I can't think of a word that would go with all three of those either, though. These are kind of hard to guess at while you're doing them. I don't know if I've ever actually done that before, unless it's like been a really obvious one. But yeah, maybe if you can start to think about that, that might be what ends up being the theme here. Facebook status could be a friend, I think, right? I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not really familiar with it. Fleming, who created James Bond. Yeah, that's Ian Fleming. Lesser played part of a record usually would be the side B. Yeah, usually they put the hits on side A, right? Kind of cloud that may bring precipitation. I think Nimbus is the name of a cloud. It's also the name of Harry Potter's broom. Incendiary jelly used in the Vietnam War. Oh yeah, that's napalm. That's very nasty. Okay, close at hand. Well, I want it to be near. Maybe it's nearby. Yeah, there we go. Colored part of the iris. That is the areola. Yeah, areolas are not just for nipples. They're for eyes also. Part of UPS. I think... what does it stand for? I know it's something parcel service. It might be United Parcel Service. Yeah, but the P is parcel, regardless of what that first letter is. Cause fuzzy vision in. I guess that could be blear. Yeah, if you have bleary eyes, they're kind of all fuzzy and you can't really see out of them. 1945 meeting place for FDR, Churchill, and Stalin. Yeah, that was Yalta, right? They were kind of discussing how to end World War II. Okay, oh, here's our revealer. Okay. Bumpy beginning, or a hint to 18, 24, 36, and 52 across. Yeah, this is kind of what we were thinking, right? I guess we'll have to get the revealer, and then we'll put that with the beginning word of every theme answer, it looks like. So maybe it's a rocky start, because Rocky Road is ice cream, right? Rocky Horror is the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the cult classic favorite. Rocky Mountain is the Rocky Mountains in the United States. And let's take a guess at this one. I have a feeling I know what this is going to be without even looking at the clue. Is it going to be Rocky Balboa? Yeah. Part of San Diego that's home to its zoo. So maybe it's Balboa something? I don't actually know this. I'm not familiar with San Diego, so I don't know how this is going to end. That's pretty great that we got to get the beginning, though. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Rocky Balboa of Rocky fame. Choral section. I guess maybe those are the altos. Come to understand. If you come to understand something, you learn something, right? Symbol of stubbornness is a mule. Yeah. Mules are just trying to do their own thing. Gore Vidal's Myra Breckenridge. Yeah, I have seen this. I have like heard of it. I haven't read it though. But yeah, I think I read the wiki of Gore Vidal at some point and I recognized that title. Cookie in the shape of its first and last letters. That would be an Oreo. Although I think almost every cookie is in that same shape. One of the Rice Krispies mascots. The Rice Krispies mascots are Snap, Crackle, and Pop, right? I think Snap is the only one that's 4 letters there. CPR provider could be emergency medical technician. Beatles-like hairdo are mop tops. Chinese path is Tao. Yeah, that's like the philosophy, Taoism. North, south, east, or west, I guess could be poles. Yeah, poles on like a compass, I suppose. Jetties. Jetties are like little outcroppings into the ocean. Maybe that could be a slip. Slips, I think, are also little pieces of land that go out into the ocean. Like most characters in Black Panther. Black Panther took place in Wakanda, right? So maybe they could be Wakandan? That doesn't fit though. I wonder if it's not poles. Let's take a look at these crosses here. Remove excess verbiage, e.g. Yeah, that should be edit. Like if you're copy editing something, you're taking out extraneous words. All right, let's take out these. I think slips must have been wrong. And poles are wrong. I guess that's good because you kind of only think of like north and south as poles, really, right? Yeah. I'm not sure what jetties is going to be at this point. Bath site could be a tub. Yeah, you take a bath in the tub. Pasta sauce brand could be ragu. Yeah. Condescending sort is a snob. So what is this going to be? Oh, we don't know this is an S either, do we? Okay. This could be piers in that case. Yeah. That's a nice throwback to our boat docking puzzle from last Thursday. Okay, so maybe this is just a point on a compass. Yeah, I like that better than pole because east and west really aren't poles. And that lets this be Wakandan, which is great. And maybe this is Balboa Park. I haven't heard of that, but I have a feeling that's probably what it's going to be. Hitchcock movie or U2 song? I haven't heard of the U2 song, but I have heard of Vertigo as a Hitchcock movie. Frontiersman Davy Crockett, I think, right? He was at the Alamo, wasn't he? Mauna Blank, Hawaiian volcano. That's Mauna Kea. And then that gives us yak here, I think. Talk one's head off. Yeah, yak. All right, I think that's going to do it for us for our rocky puzzle. Nice. Hey, Adrian, we did it. All right. Yeah, that's great. Very nice. Yeah, this is kind of like a classic like Tuesday style theme where you kind of have everyday phrases and then you split off either the first or last word and you tie it to a word that can make a new phrase with each one of those separated words. Yeah. And these are all great. Rocky Balboa, Rocky Mountain, Rocky Horror, and Rocky Road. Nice. Yeah, I like these a lot. And then Rocky Start is a good phrase that also means bumpy beginning. Yeah, there's some good stuff on here. This was, I think, probably my favorite wordplay clue of the puzzle. Communication during peak times for yodel. I wonder if the yodelers are all altos. All right, yeah, I don't think we had a rocky start on this puzzle. This was very smooth all the way through. Very enjoyable, like a nice fizzy glass of Mountain Dew. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed solving that one as much as I did. I am going to be coming back at you tomorrow for the Wednesday puzzle. Oh, I was about to sign off, but I just realized we didn't even look at a few of the answers in the grid. And something funny about them, look at this. They're all anagrams of each other. R, air, and ray. That's so funny. Okay, yeah, let's just look at these real quick. R, word that sounds like its middle letter. Yeah, it sounds like R. Air is Aer Lingus. Yeah, that's the Irish airline. And Stephen Ray of The Crying Game. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's intense if you've never seen it. All right, that is a weird... What are the odds of that? That the three answers that we kind of skipped over all are anagrams of each other. I guess it's not that rare because these are like super valuable crossword letters. So maybe it's not as rare as you would think it would be at first blush. But yeah, it's funny. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for now. I'll see you next time.